Head coach of the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau, has been surprisingly adaptable during the postseason. And that could mean the Knicks could be adding another player to the rotation against the Indiana Pacers. And when you look at the bench, you start to wonder, who could those players be? Well, one of those players was recently spotted working out with an NBA legend, Patrick Ewing. And I'm talking about Knicks rookie, Ariel Hukporti. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Knicks could potentially be adding another player to the rotation. Now, during this postseason, Tom Thibodeau has really played only 7 players. The starters, then off the bench, Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. I guess you can add Campaign as well, but really, he's only played maybe 5 to 7 minutes on average throughout this postseason. So really, he hasn't been a significant piece for this Knicks team. But going up against this Indiana Pacers team, they play a lot of different players off the bench. Not only that, they love to run up and down the floor. The Knicks might need extra bodies in order to keep up with the pace. And if they want to add another player to the rotation, there are a few players off the bench that they can choose from. One of those players is Precious Achiuwa. As we've seen, he's not really played significant time or minutes for the Knicks during the postseason, really only playing a handful of minutes when they need him in a situation. If somebody's in foul trouble or it's late in game and they're waiting for the under 2-minute mark to bring Mitchell Robinson in, but they need a buffer before they can do that. Normally, that buffer is Precious Achiuwa. However, if the Knicks are able to utilize Precious Achiuwa in a more significant way, he could be the difference in the Knicks stealing some of these games. Let me put it to you like this. Indiana Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle, out of nowhere, name-dropped Precious Achiuwa when he was speaking to the media. He did that because he understands if he's utilized correctly by New York, he can have a significant impact off the bench for them. Let's take a look at exactly what Carlisle had to say recently about Achiuwa. Shout out to New York Basketball on the app X for giving us this following information. According to Rick Carlisle, he stated, the other guy that people don't talk enough about is Precious Achiuwa, another big who can crash the boards and generate extra possessions. And according to Mark Berman, one of the main issues with the Pacers is their rebounding. They're a very mediocre rebounding team. And the Knicks, particularly Jalen Brunson, are money off of second chance opportunities. Now, Mitchell Robinson helps the Knicks get second chance opportunities. Who else does that? Josh Hart does that. Karl Anthony Towns does that. Oh yeah, and by the way, when he's playing and he's active, Precious Achiuwa does the exact same thing. As you just heard, he can crash the boards extremely well. He can block shots. He can grab rebounds, both defensive and offensive. And if it's an offensive rebound, that helps the Knicks get another second chance opportunity. But it's going to be up to head coach Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff to get it done. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Troy, why are you thinking this? Why do you even want this? You know Tom Thibodeau is not going to do that. Well, do we know that? Because during this postseason run, we've seen things from Tom Thibodeau that honestly, myself and I know some of you never expected to see. One of those things, and for me, it's at the top of the list. The Knicks drop coverage. We saw that a lot during the regular season. During the postseason, the Knicks, specifically Karl Anthony Towns, switching, Mitchell Robinson, switching, and it's working. Tom Thibodeau never used to do that. He made that adjustment. He made that change because it worked, and that's why he continued to do it. If Achiuwa on the floor works, he'll do the exact same thing. Shout out to James L. Edwards with The Athletic for giving us this following information here. According to him, Tom Thibodeau during the regular season had Karl Anthony Towns not switch on pick and rolls. And honestly, there were times in 34 games where Towns never switched. It was rare when he did switch. But in the 5 of 6 games against the Boston Celtics, Towns switched 5+ times in pick and roll coverage, including 13 times in game 1 and 14 times in game 4. Towns' ability to stay in front of the likes of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown paid off huge for the Knicks, as Boston often had to settle for tough, contested shots. Part of the decision to allow Towns to switch more in the postseason than the regular season was trust. Towns also appears to favor switching over playing in the drop coverage. And if you're a head coach and you're Tom Thibodeau and you see that, there's 2 things you can do. You can ignore it or you can lean into it. Use it as part of your team's advantage. What did Tom Thibodeau do? He leaned into it. So please don't tell me he's not going to make a change. I just showed you he made a change nobody thought he would make. From drop to switch, including Towns, Brunson, and Robinson, just to name a few. If he's going to do that, then don't take it off the table that he could add another player to this rotation, and that player could be Precious Achiuwa. But as I stated, there are a number of players off the bench the Knicks could choose from. Achiuwa is one of them. The other player is Ariel Hukporti. Now, I know he is a rookie, and Tom Thibodeau in the postseason and his rookies, they don't play. I get it. I understand it. He's probably situational. I get that too. However, when you see the following photos circulate on social media, it makes you wonder, what is he working out for? What is he preparing for? Is he just staying ready, or does he know something that we don't know? Either way, seeing things like this, Ariel Hukporti taking to social media and posting himself talking to an NBA legend, a Knicks legend, Patrick Ewing. Clearly, basketball in hand. Why? Because he's asking him for some help, asking him for some tips, and asking him how he can improve his game. And if Ariel Hukporti can improve his game under the tutelage of Patrick Ewing, sign me up any day of the week. That kid is already a monster, and he's developing in a way that nobody expected. If you give him the guidance of Ewing, I don't even want to think about what that kid could become. He's a rookie today. Next year, he won't be. He's already trying to activate beast mode. And what better way to do that than with meeting with a legend like Patrick Ewing? Talk about post-up game. Talk about being able to rebound with the best of them. Understanding your feet work, your positioning. All of those things that Ariel Hukporti needs work on, that man right there sitting down, Patrick Ewing, can help him with that and then some. Whether he's going to be playing during this postseason or not, seeing things like that gets me hype, excited, and extremely hopeful for the future and what we could see out of this team. Not only from our starters, not only from the players that have had time put in this league, but also from our rookies. And the Knicks have already established you do not need to be drafted in the first round to have an impact on this team. Why do I say that? The 2 players coming off of our bench right now, Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, impactful players, significant players, players that are a major difference for this team. Where were they drafted? Second round. The players like Tyler Kolek, Kevin McCullough Jr., Ariel Hukporti, where were they drafted? Second round. I said it before when the Knicks drafted Deuce and Robinson. Knicks of the future. I'm going to say it again with these guys, especially Hukporti, especially after this. This man is your backup center of the future, and maybe even more than that. But tonight, we lock in because we're in the ECF again, 25 years later, against the team that knocked us out the last time we were there. And this time around, we might be making some changes that nobody expected. And I am here for all of it. But what about you guys? What do you think about Tom Thibodeau and some of the changes he's made during the postseason? And what about the Knicks potentially expanding the rotation and adding another player to it? Would you add Preston Achiuwa? Would you add Ariel Hukporti? Would you add another player to this rotation? Maybe a Landry Shamet? Or would you not do anything? Are you on the side of, if it's not broke, don't fix it? Run the exact same players you did against Boston and let the dice fall where they may. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.